Welcome to All In with Sarn Patterson. I'm Sarn Patterson, and today I want to talk to you about living in constant pain. The reason being is I wanted to tell you that today was a good day. It's because most of it I have not been in pain. I woke up with a pretty decent headache, maybe a 4, bounced to a 7, back down to a 5, that kind of thing. And that's kind of my every single day. I wake up in pain. I typically go to sleep in some kind of pain, and I have brief periods where I'm in less pain. Unfortunately, there aren't a lot of days where I am 100% completely pain-free, and that kind of sucks, and it takes a toll. And I kind of want to talk about it because I don't think I'm the only person out there who deals with something that's bothering them all the time. Now, mine's been going on for, this is 2022, so just over 20 years, 21, almost 21 years? No, 20 years, 20 years and a few months. Ever since the first time I got blown up back in 2001 in Afghanistan. Now, subsequent concussions, hand-to-hand training, VBIDs, IEDs, things like that, have all increased the severity thereof. Now, when I retired from the service, I had 11 pages of probably 6-point print of medications. And I would say that 8 of those pages were just medications that were trying to deal with my headaches. The unfortunate part is I don't have just one kind of headache. I've kind of got 4 general types, none of which really quite qualify as migraine, unfortunately, but it's easier to say migraine to someone so they can at least understand the severity of the pain that I'm in. But every single day, some days I wake up and I'm good and I can lie there, and then 10 minutes after I open my eyes, my headache starts. There are days today, such as where I woke up with a 6, and by say 10 o'clock, I was back down to a 1 or a 2, and then at some point it kind of drifted away, and I can't even tell you today was a productive day. I just kind of reveled in the fact that I wasn't in pain. I got a chance to sit and snuggle with my kitten, who I'm fostering, or we're fostering, and play some Xbox without worrying about it. Not playing because I needed something as a focus, but just to relax and enjoy. Think about doing this video. I'm planning on making some more pumpkin bread later on today, but I also can feel the pain coming back, and that's disheartening. I can feel it starting in my right eye, I can feel it starting in my forehead, and then working its way back. So I know it's coming back, and the type of medications that work on me, a few of them turn me into a complete jerk. I am not typically an asshole, but I was definitely turned into one a couple of times by medication. And some of the things that I know that help aren't always 100% legal, so I don't get the chance to take them. I do take one thing that's a combination of caffeine, acetaminophen, and aspirin, and that does help, but I can only take 1 tab of it in probably 6 hours. So if I take 2 more, my body goes into overdrive, I get heated up, and I get jittery. Not a fan. So I still haven't found the right thing to help. I have tried a lot of different things over the years, and there have been various times that I have just given up about trying to find a cure. I don't think there is one. I think the things that I'm working through, the breathing techniques that I practice, I'm working through my own personal history, and I'm trying to come to terms with a lot of things that I have faced in my time. A lot of things of which I'm hoping to share with you, so I know it lets you know that you're not alone in dealing with not just physical pain, but emotional pain and mental pain. And hopefully pass on some of these things that are working for me today. But I gotta tell you, there are days like this past weekend where I spent 40 hours and it never dropped lower than a 7. Never. And it was, most of the time it was hovering between 9 and 10. And how do you explain that to your loved ones? How do you explain that to your friends? How do you explain that to your boss? You really can't. You devote as much mental energy as you can to ignoring the pain, walling the pain off, but you close off a whole portion of yourself when you do that. You become monotaskal. I don't know how to say it. It's hard to do one thing at a time, and it's hard to be in a good mood when you're in pain. It's hard to be gracious when you're in pain. It's hard not to snap at people when you're in pain. And you get tired of it, and your family gets tired of it, and you're like, how the hell are you tired of it? You're not even going through it. But they are dealing with you. And I know there's been plenty of times where I have not been the nicest person in the world. And I don't even know that I'm not being the nicest person because I am in pain. And my typical reactions are off. And I want you to know that you're not alone with that. And I know there are other veterans out there. And the thing is, it's not just veterans. There's people who've been in car accidents, in biking accidents, who've just slipped and fallen on the ice one day, and they're paying that price the rest of their doggone life. It frickin' sucks. It really, really does. And I wish I could tell you that one day it's going to magically go away. It's really not going to. It's going to take time, effort, patience, and more than we've got most days. But I know you can get through with it, just like I know that I'm getting through it now. And there's going to be days where it's sunny out and you want to go out and you're going to be in pain and you just can't. And other people won't understand. They're like, it's so great, you should go. And they don't get it that you are caged in by your pain, that you are locked in by this pain, that it keeps you trapped. And sometimes that trap is all mental. Sometimes you don't do things because you're afraid it might cause you pain. Because I've been there. I know that it affected me my last couple of years of service. It sure as hell affected my first couple of years out of the service. And I've still got a long road to go to make every day as best I can. I don't have a real point for today other than I want you to know you're not alone, that there are people out there who will understand when you say that today is not a day you can get through on your own, or today is just a day that you need to be left alone so you can just get through it. I'm with you as best I can. I've got your six. And if you're in pain, if you're suffering from something, drop me a line in the comments. Let's talk about it a little bit. Let's see if there's something that you know that could help me, and maybe there's something I know that could help you. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.